Hello, hello. It's Dr. Kate here on Wise Wednesdays. And today I'm wanting to talk about how we stay connected to the flow with business when we are business entrepreneurs, and how we recognize when we are not in the flow and what's happening as a result. So when we are working on a project or moving our business forward, we're going to always have that challenge of the internal conflict between our ego that's going to say, work harder, work harder, work harder, and the other awareness aspects of our spirit that are going to say, flow, go with the flow, right? This is just a common challenge that we have as being a human being, but I think especially as women, right? Because when we want to step into business and we want to step into feeling powerful and in charge of creating something, we not only have to get past those parts in our own self-esteem that may not fully believe in us, but we're also maybe feeling like we have to get out there and prove ourselves in this, society that we can do it. And so this is where this challenge of, fighting to struggle through getting our business moving the way we want to versus flowing. And this is the wisdom that I'm really sitting with today with myself and with the clients that I'm so blessed and honored to work with, because this is a question that is unique to each of us, how we can come back in touch with our flow. We all have different ways of connecting. It might be visual, it might be auditory, it might be kinesthetic. And so for one of us, it might be listening to certain music, right? Or maybe having silence. Others, it's about having some sort of contact, some sort of massage or energy work that's going to help us physically be in flow in our bodies, right? What do we do when we know we're not in flow? Let's go there. Like, what happens when we're not in flow? And my experience of that is, I get very hyper functioning in the do, and do more. And that's when I know I'm not in my flow, right? Because I'm trying, my ego's sort of taken over and I'm in the fix it, do it mode, do more. And, my invitation, so let's keep looking at what else happens. For some people, when they're not in the flow, they can get sick. I'm having really gnarly allergies because we have juniper season right now. So getting sick or getting run down or getting physically exhausted, these are all ways that can show us that perhaps we're not in our flow. How about getting irritable? Does anybody get that? I get that. I can get irritable, get caught up in how things aren't going the way I want, and then I'm just resisting, right? I'm in resisting to what is. That's another place of not being in the flow. So let's talk about what's it like when we get in the flow. When we get in the flow is, some people kind of like to describe it as, like if you're doing some kind of physical activity and you're in the flow and you're just really in your body and you're feeling very capable and everything's coming easily, whatever it is you're doing, that can feel like a sense of flow. Mentally, like with, or creatively, right? If I'm an artist, the flow will feel like that inspiration and passion and energy is just moving right through me, and I'm being able to be creative without any blocks or worries or stop gaps, right? So the flow basically, in my view, means that we're kind of aligned. We're aligned mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually in a way that our best self can come through. Our wise self, right? Our wise mind is functioning instead of our fear mind. The flow for me is being able to really trust whatever the universe is showing up with, that's what I need to be sitting with. And that's a different kind of flow. I would say that's more of a spiritual way of sitting with flow, where you are holding that space of awareness and curiosity about how life is showing up and how do you want to be with it, resisting it or accepting it. All of these concepts of flow can greatly affect how we show up in our business, right? They affect how we feel connected in our being able to communicate and being able to relate and connect with people. So that flow is so important, right? It's like so dynamic and so powerful, and how we connect into that flow is what we want to be thinking about. Like, what helps me connect into my flow? What are those things that I can do, or ways that I can focus and be inside myself that will help me be in my flow so I can relate to life and what's showing up in the best way possible. So if you have a chance, check in. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. Please help share some of your ideas of how you get back in the flow when you're finding yourself in resistance or blocks, and what are the things that really can like shift that perspective and experience very quickly for you, because we all can share from them and all learn from them. So here's to the flow, and have a wonderful rest of your Wise Wednesday, and share some of your wisdom with me. I'd love to hear it. Thanks. Bye.